lastly, it brings us to this idea about Simpsons Paradox, and you're going to write down the definition here in a minute, but first we're going to give an example. So here's an example of Simpsons Paradox that they use in the textbook, and it goes in more detail than what I'm going to give an example about. So this is a rescue helicopter. So basically what they say is, okay, we got a rescue helicopter, and let's say it rescues 18 people, and of those 18 people, 3 survive. And then we got an ambulance, and it rescues 18 people, and of those 18 people, 16 survive. Well, Simpson's paradox would look at these two numbers and say, holy cow, these helicopters kill people because much lower survival rate than ambulances. Because let's be honest, 3 over 18 is significantly smaller than 16 over 18. But what this doesn't do is say that if you're using a rescue helicopter, you've got a much more severe injury, so there's probably a better chance of you dying anyway. So it has nothing to do with whether it was the ambulance or the rescue helicopter. And here's another example that when I used to live in Kentucky, I worked at a hospital called Jewish Hospital. We had a rival hospital that was called Norton's. And I'm not really sure if it was a rival or not, but it was called Norton's. At a Jewish hospital, we had two primary things we worked with. We dealt with cancer patients and transplant patients. Norton's, babies, and transplants. Well, Norton's put out an ad in the paper saying, come here because um, they had a better mortality rate. So, in other words, they were reporting that more people died at Jewish Hospital than they did at Norton's, which was technically true. But if we just compared transplant to transplant, that may not have been true. But when we compare total to total, because cancer patients don't always survive, babies better. So this category here had a much bigger effect on the mortality rate. So it was kind of like that false advertisement idea. And then here's Simpson's paradox definition, where big picture, small picture don't always agree with each other.